Hey guys, Illusionist Jason Bishop. I am back with another random magic review. This is where I pull up a random magic video online, I watch it, and I give you my thoughts on it as a professional illusionist. I've been fortunate to be a professional illusionist for well over 10 years. Magic has taken me to 49 of the 50 states, well over 40 countries around the world. I've toured theaters across the United States. I've had my own show in Fort Worth, Texas. I've had my own show in New York City. I've performed at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, the U.S. Naval Academy, and now in between my own projects and doing virtual shows because of the pandemic, I watch magic online and review it and tell you guys what I think about it and respond to it, and hopefully I learn something, hopefully you learn something. So this is Vlogmas, so I'm trying to do one of these a day, which is like a lot because you gotta, find one and then watch it and record it and then edit the whole thing and then get it up and put all the tags and keywords and all the stuff you got to do on that. So, but it's been pretty interesting. It's neat, actually. I've seen a lot of magic that I've never seen before, a lot of performers that I've never seen before, and I enjoy that because the more you watch performing, the more you learn from it, frankly. I mean, Stephen King said a great thing about writing in his book On Writing, which is a great book to check out for any artist. This book called On Writing. It's by Stephen King. It is just about writing and how to write, and there are not that many great books by great authors that way, and Stephen King's is really excellent. But what he said was, if you don't have the time to read, then you don't have the time or ability to write. And it's kind of the same way about magic or performing. If you don't have the time to watch other performers, to watch other disciplines even, then you're not really going to have the knowledge, ability, and certainly not the time to be able to perform, are you? So it's just always getting an ongoing education. Zig Ziglar, the great salesman, once said, as soon as you stop getting better, you soon stop being good. And I think that's true. Once you reach a level, you have to level up to the next level. You can't just stay there. You become stagnant and stale. You always want to be improving just a little bit somehow. So let's check this out. This is called Christmas Magic Trick 2009. Performed by Eric Bill. Let's take a look. Here we go. Christmas Magic Trick 2009, performed by Eric Bill. Here we go.
Hello. We're going to do a little Christmas magic trick. What I want you to do is come right up to the screen and put your finger.
This was from 2009, so it's like 10 years ago. So camera technology and all of that, and it was different, and YouTube was kind of new, so it wasn't as polished as it is today. Some people are so polished, but man, you start playing this and he's like, hello, come up to the screen. I mean, it feels like he just has like a hostage, in his basement or something. But it was 2009, different, he's probably using one of those like flip cams we had back in the day or whatever. But man, this is like so old that way. It's like the music's a record player. But all right, we're gonna check this out and see what the magic is. Here we go.
Right on this starting space, right here. Alright? Now the way this trick is going to work is every time you move, you're going to move either side to side.
That's the other thing he's doing. Sorry, I'll play this. I think he's just playing music on a tape player. When I started doing stuff, we had, actually at the time when I was younger, we had like VHS tapes and cassette tapes and stuff like that. And it was a nightmare trying to put your audio on that. And every new technology, I was talking about stepping it up, every new technology that came out, we ran with. If it was CDs, and then there was this thing called microdisc, I think it's called. Anyway, they were like CDs that were inside of a little cassette, like in a little square plastic thing, so that the CD couldn't get scratched or touched. It was basically what it was, is a disc inside of a little hard plastic container that it was like that big. It wasn't very big. It was kind of small, actually. And you put that in there, and you could actually label the things on there. You could rewrite them and write on them, and then put your music on. And then you could shift the order around and stuff, so it wasn't in a straight line like a CD. But that technology, I don't know, maybe it was around 5 years that was like really hot, and everybody had a mini disc. I think it was called a mini disc. And then it just kind of went away, and then eventually it went over to like online files and files on your computer and things like QLab and stuff where we are today. I mean, I don't think I have a computer in my house right now at all that can even take a CD or a DVD in the side. It's all like streaming or, files, transfer, AirDrop, all that kind of stuff. I have an external disc player that I can plug into a Mac and put a disc in, but I don't actually have a computer in my house at all, or own one that allows you to put a disc right in the computer. So that's how far we've come. It's so ridiculous. But all right, let's watch this thing. I'm going to try to just be quiet and watch this a bit here. Hold on. Let me rewind a little bit because he's giving us the rules of this trick. Here we go. So I guess we have to participate in this. So I might be quiet for a while to participate and let you guys participate. So back to Bill, Eric Bill. Here we go.
Every time you move, you're going to move either side to side or up and down.
Okay.
All right? You can visit an item that you visited before, but you must never move diagonally. All right? So you are going to move every time you hear the bell ring. Bell's going to sound like this. All right? So we're going to start. All right? So your finger's right on the starting block, right? All right, so here comes the first bell. All right, so with that first bell, your finger is now either touching this little cake or this little cup, all right? So we're going to take the starting block out. All right, now remember, with every ring, you're going to be moving one space up and down, side to side, but never diagonally. Here we go. All right. Now, I'm going to make my guess that your finger is not on this little Christmas tree candle. All right, let's go again. All right. Your finger is not touching the little frosty coaster here, and it's not touching the little Christmas bow. All right. Here we go again. All right, let's see, the little candy cane looks like he's probably not being all touched, so he's going to leave. All right, here we go. Little Frosty here, he's probably getting all warm in this heat, so he's just going to leave right along too. Here's some more. Alright, well I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to eat this little Christmas tree cake. And I'm going to want to drink something, so we're going to take the cup out. Alright, here we go. Alright, happy little pine cone here. He's telling me he's not the one, and he's saying his friend Christmas bulb is not in it either, so we're taking them out. Alright, well, I don't think Mr. Frosty's little frosty candle here is being selected, and the little teddy bear, he's telling me he's not in it either, so he's going to leave too. Alright, here's some more. Alright, well, here's some jingle bells. This wreath with the jingle bells, that's out of it too, and here we go, we're going to do some more. Alright, well now, Santa's telling me, he's telling me something. He's telling me that your finger is not on the kiss or the garland, but that you are touching Santa Claus. So there you go. Better watch out, better not cry. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. He nailed it. That was exactly where I was. Is that where you guys were? Put in the comments below. Did you land on Santa Claus or not? I definitely landed on Santa Claus. I like that. I didn't think it was like the most professional thing by any stretch of the imagination, obviously. But it was actually a little bit creative, I thought. I like that he utilized, themed items. He was doing it as a Christmas piece of magic, so he had all Christmas items there. The bell sounded absolutely terrible, obviously. It sounded like, a pot was being thrown down the stairs or something. But that said, I think the bell idea was actually a really awesome idea. It's very Christmassy, very themed. It gives an audible indication. He isn't utilizing the same words again and again and again. You ring the bell and then you move. You ring the bell and then you move. And that's sort of almost not quite subliminal, but it's almost like, school where they've trained you that the bell goes and then you go to the next class, etc. So it's just this audio sort of indicator of what you have to do next. So I actually really like that. I think that was really smart of him, frankly. And as he got along with the routine, and this is what happens with professionals, right? As you do routines more and more and more jokes pop up and more ideas come up. So as he got comfortable with his routine, you could actually see him start to have additional jokes that presented themselves, and he got increasingly more comfortable saying those things. Oh, I'm going to take this cake away and I'm going to eat it. And Frosty's, getting warm out here, so he's melting, so he takes it away. Yeah, some of it was cheesy, but you know what? When you're doing themed Christmas stuff, you have a license to be cheesy. It's okay. You're allowed to be cheesy when there's some degree of Christmas stuff. If you don't want to be cheesy, that's totally fine too. I mean, I'm not blaming people for not being cheesy. Trust me, I avoid being cheesy as much as I possibly can, obviously. But if you're doing a cutesy Christmas theme thing, and it's probably more for kids or just as a light entertainment for adults during the Christmas, period, whatever, I think it's okay to be a little bit cheesy for that kind of thing. Unless that's like, if David Blaine did it, yeah, it would not be good. I mean, it's kind of like, that's like the Star Wars Christmas episode, right? Have you ever heard of that? The Star Wars Christmas episode? It's this like mythical episode that George Lucas hated. He created like a special. It was a special, actually. So the movies had come out and Star Wars was like as hot as anything, right? And so they made this TV special, I guess, based on Star Wars. And so it's just like they meet Santa and they're dressed as elves and whatever else. And it's the cheesiest thing in the world, but it was for Christmas. But then looking back at it as an artist, George Lucas is like, this is the worst thing there ever was. And he wanted to destroy every single copy of that thing. So I don't know where I was going at on that, but now you know about it if you didn't know about it. And if you find the Star Wars Christmas special, you have to get me a copy of it because I want to see the insanity that was. So anyway, but yeah, I thought, again, not a professional, but it was definitely fun. I like the interaction aspect. I like that he did it there back in 2009. He did this. Oh, that's right. 2009. It was a long time ago. So there's a lot of leeway you got to cut this dude as far as like the quality of the camera and even the orientation. Like this isn't about kind of 4:3. This whole thing is a big square, the screen actually. It's not even in like 16:9 or any kind of letterbox that way. The audio in the back, he's pressing play on like a tape recorder because he probably didn't have the right type of software to be able to get the music in post, obviously. So, there's a little bit of leeway on that, I think, because he just didn't have the technology for himself at that point necessarily. But I actually really like the trick. I think if you took a really good performer and they wanted to do a Christmas episode or something, they could absolutely take that trick somewhat similarly to how he did it and polish it out and make it into a really good trick, So anyway, I actually thought that was kind of interesting to watch. So thank you, Eric Bill, for posting your video there. I appreciate it. It was fun. And thank you guys very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, if you got anything out of this video, if it made you think a little bit, please hit the thumbs up, destroy the thumbs up, and subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. See you in the next one.